Hello pretty people. So today I am not wearing any makeup at all, mostly because I am doing a YouTube made me buy this video. When I say YouTube made me buy this, that is kind of used loosely. Some of them I had already, and some of them I was actually pleased to have seen on YouTube because I'm like, I like that product. It's nice to know that other people are enjoying that as well. So not all of them will be in that range. I don't have like primer and mascara and stuff that I've chosen myself, not because of these influences. This influence, I should say. Well, a bit of both. Some of them are a bit of both. I'm going to mix some products because I couldn't choose between. So I'm going to get started. Okay, so for foundation I have 3. And the thing is, I don't necessarily love any of them. I used this one in my 90s video, my previous video. I'm not a massive fan of this at all. I think the poreless thing is, it's crap. It shows every pore. So speaking of primers, what I am going to do, what I can feature is I have a sample of Professional, which I actually really do like. I don't know how much I've got left. I should actually make the effort to go out and buy a new one. I've actually got a dupe from OXX, which is I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it OX or OXX? It's a pore filler. This cost me about $5. This is the full one of this is probably about $30. But I'm just going to tap that in because I think that's what works best. And I was looking at my skin this morning and it is porous, particularly around here. Not a huge fan of the texture of pore fillers. Usually I use a brush. Didn't even think to use a brush then. I'm going to Google how much it costs. Holy shit. That's quite a few doll hairs for a primer. For a mid-range primer. No, sorry, I'm not paying $55 for that. Size of the tube. 22 mils. That costs more than my foundation. For this is $38. My go-to for 30 mils. That's expensive.
Girl, that's expensive.
I probably shouldn't share that. Okay. So I'm going to mix these colours. I'm going to start off with a little bit of Matte and Poreless by Maybelline, because I don't like this formula, but we're working with what we've got. I'm we're only going to do like small pumps because we've got 3. Then the next one I'm going to use, and I'm actually almost out of this, this is the Born This Way from Too Faced. The shade is warm nude. Yeah, I'm almost out of this. I was really into it for a while, and then I just kind of, I don't know, I just lost my love for it. And the last one I have here is Colourpop, the No Filter Foundation. I'm going to mix these together. This could work, or it may not. Let's see what the colour's like as well. I'm going to take it down my neck because I'm not sure that the colour matches perfectly. My ears. It's quite yellow, and that's mostly due to the, I don't know if it's a mixture of the Too Faced and the Colourpop. I'm quite pink, so I don't like it too yellow. I like my foundation quite neutral, which is why this is wonderful. Ears, don't forget the ears. Probably should tie my hair back. I do enjoy using these because they don't damage your hair. I look like a boy from the 1700s now. Okay, so I have 2 concealers. Some of these you can see are very well used. I love this one. So, actually that's had some use out of it too. This is a little bit light for me, but you know, you try and make do. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I did do a first impressions video at the beginning of this year, and this is the Age Rewind Grace of Dark Circles. So what I might do is I might do the under eye part, like the dark circles part, and then use this as a bit more of a highlight. And I don't really like the super strong highlight all the time. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. This could be included because Real Techniques is obviously all over the internet, and I'm a huge fan of Pixie Blue. I use that to a little bit of a spot conceal. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Colourpop down the bridge of the nose, only a small amount on the chin. I think this stuff goes a long, long way. You can see how well that smears. Like, you don't need to do the full triangle concealer. I also have 2 powders. I like to use the triangle sponges, and I've got 2 that I like to use. Got the Colourpop No Filter setting powder, and this is so beautifully finely milled. My only concern, it does get in the fine lines a little bit. It's only something I've noticed lately. I think it might be because it's slightly drying. Now I've got the RCMA powder, but before I use those, I am going to prime my eyes and this is sort of one of the internet's favourites. This is Soft Ochre from Colourpop. This is Soft Ochre from MAC. I'm just going to use the same brush as I use my concealer. So I will, throughout this video, if there was a certain YouTuber that I learnt about this product from, I will try and include their name. So I have here the Colourpop powder. It is in translucent, and they're so affordable that I'm willing to buy. There's 3 shades, so it's not too bad. And then I like to take it above the crease so that I find the crease blending easier. There's been a lot of people saying don't set the crease. I can't do that because I find it really hard to blend. I like to keep the eyelid tacky. For my crease colours, I like the blending. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and the RCMA powder. I'm sorry, the packaging for this is awful. It's actually not as convenient as people think it is. So I'm just going to use what's off the top of that. And just press it around my forehead. It's got a nice feeling though. No, I'm not going to blow it. I hate when people blow on their brushes. So it's not this specific palette. You have seen this before. I've lost the lid, I haven't lost the lid, but the lid broke off. This is the Morphe 35W palette. So it's not this specific palette that people have been using, but you know, the Morphe brand in general is very popular on the internet. As people know, people love them, people hate them, because there is a bit of a negative connotation behind them with their sort of influence, their outreach. So I'm going to take these 2 colours. I wasn't going to use this, only because it is being featured. But I'm starting to get the hang of using a compact. And taking that same colour below. Right, so pretty much one of my favourite internet purchases for a long time, and people know me that I love this. Sort of my go-to everyday makeup always uses this palette. I did this in my Colourpop video. Well, I use these kind of colour combinations in my Colourpop video. So yeah, this is the It's a Princess Thing palette. And I'm going to take a mixture of Triton and Other. I'm going to do that same sort of look, but I'm just going to glam it up just a little bit more. And what goes up must come down. Right, so I am going to take this product from Elisfas. This is the Eye Lights in E303. I'm in love with this. I used it as my base for this look, which is probably one of my favourite looks I've done. And I also used it for my Beauty and the Beast mask. It is close to running out. Like, it's a good product though. It's really lovely. Okay, so I'm going to take Enchanted Rose. Yep, Enchanted Rose. I should know it. I use it regularly. And a flat. I'm going to use a flat brush for this. On that. And then I'm going to take the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go. Now, I did use this. Sorry, my lighting. Still working out my lighting. I was already using this, and then I saw Dennett's Lava use this, and I was like, yes. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I know that her name is Danitza. That is pretty. That's pretty. I'm glad I put the bronze shade down. And it's turned, there's sort of gold, like a gold reflect in it, but this makes it even more gold. I love this shade so much. It's one of my favourite eyeshadows that I've used in a long, long time. And I'm not just using it because it's going to be in base reference. I'm actually glad I didn't put so much powder in my under my eyes today. My skin has been insanely dry. It's coming into the colder months, and I'm getting older. I'm only 25, guys. Quarter life crisis, here we come. This is pretty much similar to that Colourpop video, only because it's my go-to. I'm going to use Beast. Very fitting. The colours complement each other beautifully. But I'm gonna glam it up a little bit. I'm gonna sweep it out just a bit. Now this particular palette, I don't know if I've necessarily seen online. And have you noticed I've actually used two brushes for that whole eyeshadow situation? This is the Double Entendre palette. I don't know if I've necessarily seen online, but I love it so much. Obviously all the Colourpop products are very popular. It's kind of a similar colour scheme to the last one. I like to use these two. I believe it is extracurricular and keep it PG. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look that up and I'll correct that. And I like to take that through my crease. I actually don't have much of a, I've got more hooded eyes, so I actually like to put it more in the socket. Okay, both of these are hilariously funny. these two shades I'm going to mix. They are called Send Noodles and Nip Slip. Putting a little bit of highlight in the front there. And also I'm going to take highlight under the brow bone. Okay, so this one was a product that I was super excited to see used online. I first saw it, Patrick Starr used it, and then Kaylee MUA started using it. I mean, she was formerly an Inglot artist. She still is affiliated with Inglot a lot. I love her dearly. She is so talented, and she's become one of my favourite YouTubers to watch. I love that woman, and she's literally one of the most naturally beautiful women there is. So this is the My Holy Grail eyeliner, the Inglot ANC eyeliner gel in shade 77. I don't even know how many jars I've gone through with this, but they are lasting. Both the jar and the product. And I'm going to do a nice wing. Okay, now before I put down lashes and the like, I'm going to do a bit of a coloured highlight in a corner. I'm going to use Lumi from Sugar Pill. Now, I fell in love with Lumi when I saw Claire Delise use it, and she's another of my favourite YouTubers. She used to do a lot of character makeups. She doesn't really do makeup videos anymore. She's more of a DIY type person. People grow, people change. She's now, you know, a married mother. And that obviously her interests changed. I also love her because she's a musician. She was in a group called Malumi, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's just like this whimsical sort of indie pop whimsical sound. She also is an author. She's a visual artist, and she combined the visual art and the writing aspects and made a graphic novel of her own work, which I think is pretty cool. So this thank you, Claire. Can't even use that on my finger, but I don't know if you can get the full effect of that. It's like a white, like an iridescent white with a green shift. I'm going to put on some lashes. I don't use any name brand in particular. This is just a off-brand one from eBay, and it's pretty cool because they come with these little application tools. I have some set aside because I don't feel the need to open a new packet every time I want to use lashes. But I always use Duo Glue because it's one of the few that I'm not allergic to. I don't like latex at all. I hate the smell of it. I hate the feel of it more. And it irritates my eyes. So I don't see why they feel the need to put latex in lash glues when it's, you know, something that's so close to your eye. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to do my brows. And this is a product I haven't used I've had for a while, and I haven't used it for a very long time because I have been so in love with the product I have been using for years. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I never know if it's Anastasia or Anastasia, because people say it in different ways. This is in taupe. See how dried out it is. Actually, that does not dry out. Holy crap, that's amazing. Okay, so you've seen me use the pan, the mirror. I am going to spray my face again with this Rimmel one. I just think the highlight shows up better on skin. I can't stand that word. This is the Mary Luminizer. It is my holy grail for a long, long time. I actually think those tools make all the difference. Okay, I really ummed and ahed over the lipstick colours because I would have gone with this theme again and either used Belle or Tiarna. That's Tiarna. I used that in that Colourpop video. This is Belle. They're both beautiful. I think I'm going to go a nude lip with this though. I think. Oh, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I might do both. I might put Belle. I told you I'm going to mix a lot of colours. I'm going to put a little bit of an ombre. I am going to do these are not featured, but these are from Stralis. Okay, that's one lip line done. That is called Lady in Pink, and this is Baroque. Funnily enough, it matches very well with the Belle one, and that's the Baroque era. I love that, because it's very much the sort of colours that the women would have worn. I'm not really one to overline my lips, but I do correct them out the sides a little bit, because I do have sort of very slightly asymmetrical lip. So I'm going to use Belle. Not actually a huge fan of bullet lipsticks. I love that colour. Gorgeous. It's kind of nice. You can use it for both day and evening, I guess. But I'm also the kind of person who wears a bright red lip during the day. I'm going to take the Maybelline Colour Jolt. I know that I saw a video but it was being recommended. I can't remember who by it was years ago, and I bought this, and this is probably my third tube. And it's actually in the same sort of colour family, which is lovely. think I might use that colour combination more often actually. I really like that. I want just a little bit more emphasis on that nude gloss. Anyway, pretty people, that was my finished products that YouTube recommended to me video. It's like a soft glam eye with a little bit of a colour pop. There are a bunch of colour pop products in this. A pop of colour, I should say, in the inner corner. A sort of off nude lip. And yeah, my face is pretty much the same. Brow product is the same medium, but just a different product to what I'm used to, but I don't hate it. And some of these products I haven't used in a very long time. And I'm not completely hating the foundation, the mixture of because I use 3 foundations. I also combined some concealer. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and stay classy, kids.